So why do so many new car valeting businesses fail? So I've spoken to a few valeters in my time, and it's always the same thing, that they don't earn enough money. They start off, maybe doing one car every sort of couple of days, and they start building up their customer base. And then before they know it, they're working every day, 7 days a week. And then as you work, obviously more work, you more running costs, fuel in the van or whatever vehicle you're using, fuel in your generator if you've got a generator, or you're using so many more products. You have to replace your equipment, for better equipment. And it all boils down to the same thing every single time, is that when they start out, they start off with really low pricing structure. Um, to attract people, and then they try to put their prices up, and they end up losing a big part or a big proportion of their customer base. And the last couple of valeters I spoke to, they've said exactly that they've ended up working 7 days a week, doing sort of two, three, 4 cars a day. By the time they took their running costs for the year out of the way, they're on about 10 grand, and they say it's just not a livable wage. So my advice is, if you are looking into doing it, is, you need to price your pricing structure for what you're worth, your value. It's car valeting is a hard job. It has its challenges in the winter, challenges in the summer. Say it's a physically hard job. You've got a lot of running costs. I've tried to educate customers. People have come up to ask me for prices, and they've all gone, "Oh, that's expensive." And I've said, "Well, no, not really. Not with all the running costs. The van, the insurance, all the equipment, the products, the advertising, the website, the other charges. Just to name a few." And some customers you can educate; they do get it. But the problem is, because there's so many people starting this job, if you put your prices up, quite often the customer could just go on the internet and there'd be someone else doing it, at really cheap prices, and they'll just give them a call. So the whole point of this video is advice and tips. Is, you've got to think of the future. If you once you start getting busy, and you need to structure your prices right. If you feel that sort of the run-of-the-mill cars, that maybe you're going to struggle to sort of get, like earn a living, because that's what, most people, although most people enjoy doing this job, yet at the end of the day you've got to earn a living. It's got to, you've got to make it work out that way. So the only other option would be maybe to try and target a different customer base, maybe top end cars, where people, they like to have certain things done to their cars. They don't mind spending money on them, having them done. It's very difficult when you're sort of doing run-of-the-mill cars. Sometimes people only have a set budget that they're willing to spend on their vehicle, but when you're going to cars that are really bad, and you're going to spend sort of 4 or 5 hours, you need to be charging 4 or 5 hours worth of work, and not sort of spending an extra hour on the car not charging, because that's when things just get a little bit crazy. At the end of the day, you go to work to earn a living. You don't go to work to do it for free. And it's just how it is, So my advice is, get your pricing right from day one. And if it doesn't work out, or you're not getting the inquiries, maybe target a different, different audience, different customer base, with more sort of high-end cars, maybe, if you can, in your area. And I think this is a reason why a lot of valeters go from valeting to detailing, because a lot of the detailers, I mean, it's not every detailer, I know there is detailers out there that do run-of-the-mill cars, but quite often that, they're doing the high-end cars where there's a bit more money. Horrible thing to say, but at the end of the day, you go to work to earn a living. That's what you do. You can't, sort of run it off fresh air, or live off fresh air, sort of thing, in a business. So yeah, so put your prices right for what you were from day one, because if you're going too low, and then you start to realise that you just can't keep it going, and then you put your prices up, you will lose a few of your customers. it will have an effect. You'll get a dip in inquiries. Some of the customers you'll lose. And I've always struggled with putting my prices up. And it's like any business, you know, as time goes on, no matter what business you're in, you know, what it costs you to run, it will go up, whether it be your van insurance or car insurance, your tax, fuel, your chemicals, they go, everything goes up every year. You know, it's just how it is with any business. So, you know, you need to think of that, and it will happen. So don't undercut yourself. Get your prices right from day one. So it's a little tip. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Take a look around at the other uploads. This is a second little part in the mini series of the first video, being titled "Can you start a mobile valeting service on a budget or next to no money?" So this is a second part to that, and I'm going to do another one, part 3. Hope you all have a good day.